Sorry. I brought my baby. The single mother stood in the doorway, her voice barely above a whisper, clutching her infant to her chest like she expected someone to scold her. The office went silent, a long, uncomfortable silence, the kind that says more than words ever could. She had come for an interview, not knowing where else to leave her child, not having anyone else to ask. Her eyes held fear, apology, and exhaustion all at once. Before anyone could react, the CEO, a man known for his strict routine and colder-than-steel reputation, stood up from behind his desk. No sigh, no irritation, no raised eyebrow. He simply walked over, gently extended his arms, and said with a warm smile, "It's perfectly all right. May I?" The mother froze, unsure how to interpret kindness in a place she didn't expect to find it. Slowly she nodded. The CEO carefully lifted the baby, who blinked up at him in surprise before giving a tiny, innocent laugh. The sound melted the tension in the room like sunlight melting frost. The mother's eyes glistened. I didn't think you'd understand. I'm really sorry." "No need to apologize," the CEO said softly, bouncing the baby lightly. "You're doing your best. That's something to be proud of, not sorry for." The room shifted. Employees exchanged looks, disbelief mixed with admiration, as the strictest man in the building walked back to his desk cradling a giggling child. As the interview began, the CEO held the baby effortlessly, as though he had done it 1,000 times. The mother tried to focus, but tears kept threatening to fall. She wasn't used to kindness that expected nothing back. She stumbled through her answers, apologizing again and again, but the CEO shook his head each time. "Take your time," he said. "You're safe here." Halfway through, the baby began fussing. The CEO instinctively rocked him gently while speaking. The workers outside the glass walls paused to watch. The tough leader they feared suddenly transformed into something human, warm, and disarmingly gentle. The mother's face softened as she watched a stranger care for her child with a tenderness she rarely saw from anyone but herself. When the interview ended, she stood up slowly. "Thank you for being so kind. People don't usually," her voice cracked. "People don't usually treat us like we matter." The CEO exhaled, handing her the baby back. "You matter," he said quietly. "Your child matters. Anyone who tells you otherwise is wrong." She nodded, hugging her baby tightly as she stepped outside, preparing to hear the standard words, "We'll be in touch." But the CEO didn't say that. He simply rose from his chair and walked to the window, watching her leave with a thoughtful expression. The twist came 3 days later. She received a call, not from HR but from the CEO himself. "I'd like to offer you the position," he said. "And a flexible schedule. You'll never have to choose between caring for your child and building your career here." Her breath hitched. Why would you do that for me?" He paused, voice softer now. "Because once, a long time ago, my mother carried me into places she was afraid she didn't belong. She was also a single parent. And people weren't kind to her." The mother's eyes filled with tears as she whispered, "Thank you." "No," he replied gently. "Thank you for reminding me what real strength looks like." When she arrived on her first day, she found a small play corner set up near the break room. Soft colors, toys, a rocking chair. A sign above it read, "Because parents deserve support, not judgment." No one admitted who set it up, but everyone knew. Weeks passed. Whispers around the office shifted from skepticism to admiration. The CEO wasn't becoming soft. He was becoming the leader he always wanted to be, but never knew how, until a brave single mom walked in holding a baby and an apology she never should have had to give. The mother flourished in her new role, proving herself capable, reliable, and brilliant. The CEO watched her growth quietly, a proud mentor from the sidelines. And every time her baby visited the office, he would still hold the child with the same gentle smile, reminding everyone that kindness wasn't weakness, it was leadership. In the end, the moral was simple but powerful. Sometimes the smallest acts of compassion rewrite the biggest chapters in someone's life. Sometimes humanity shines brightest in the places we least expect it. And for one CEO and one single mom, a moment of kindness in a busy office became the beginning of a story that changed them both. Not because of power or position, but because they chose to lead with heart.